Would you say we're kicking things off?
Kicking things off. Wow. With the Brandon Aubrey program.
Our man is kicking all them balls with his foot down on the gas. Homie, kick it off the turf.
This is his song.
Kick it off the grass. Community mechanical, make old air blue, baby, baby.
That's right. Community Mechanical, our HVAC company, is the sponsor. Also, Brandon's HVAC company.
Brandon Aubrey Show.
That's right. We kick things off with the great Brandon Aubrey. Welcome to the program.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back.
We begrudgingly will accept you for one more week.
Another week, another podium appearance by the league's MVP right now, wearing the Brian Egan performance kicking hat that no one can get. There it is, baby.
There we go. How's that look?
Spectacular.
It's just going to cause 12 more people to ask me where to get it. So, but yeah, Dak rocking it the
Not
other
currently
day.
available.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So, road noon game.
Yep.
Road noon game.
You hate that? Because you said last week you
Yeah.
actually liked the late start.
You
Yeah, I like the
specifically
late
said
start
he
better.
doesn't
A
like
lot of
road
guys
noon.
Like noon, but I like late start better. I feel like you wake up and your whole day's just rushed. Not to mention it was pretty freaking hot out there. I got a big old sunburn on the back of my neck, so not my favorite time to play.
It was hot.
I didn't think of that at
Yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was complaining.
Yeah.
So,
Probably the hottest football game I've been a part of since the USFL.
Damn.
but if you're going to have like a slightly off performance, then you bury it in a blowout noon against the Jets. That's
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I wanted to
That's
ask
the way
you,
we like it.
I wanted to ask you about the kickoffs because obviously this is a focus. Trying to get it, down to the one or the two, the 1 foot in, the 1 foot out. It looks like you want it on the corner a lot of times. This is a really dumb guy question, but is there an approach or a technique on your end that when you're aiming for that spot, that if the ball bounces, you want it to go back towards the back line and not towards the sideline? It just feels like this kick is so risky, but so valuable. Like there's the math has changed a lot.
Yeah, for right-footed kickers, the ball, if you hit it just right, will bounce left. So if you're going left and you hit it towards the sideline, you're playing with fire there. But if you go right and you hit it towards the sideline, you're going to be just fine. It very, very, very unlikely to bounce right unless you mishit it and you have a little X pattern on it. But yeah, no, there's nothing really technique-wise for me that I'm changing. Since I played soccer so long, and you just kind of look up, see the player trying to pass it to, and then you just try and hit it to him. So that's what I'm doing. I look up, I see my spot, and then just try to get it over there. Trying not to be a robot. Trying not to give a tell to the other team of which way I'm going. So trying to hit it a little bit different every time, just to keep guys from getting a beat on which direction I'm going to kick too early.
Okay, that's fascinating to me because if you're a returner standing there, that ball, it lands, it could go, I guess, 4 directions. But
Yeah.
You're saying it's not going to go to the returner's left and out of bounds, so he's thinking about it going back into the field of play as 2 of those 3 options. I don't know. I'm way more into watching the kickoff now. And related to that, I feel like one of the most frustrating feelings has to be you pin them deep and they get it back on the ground in one play. And the flip side of that is there was one that ended up on the 40 that I think they blew up for like a 17-yard loss, maybe a play or 2 later, and paid you back.
Yeah. I mean, you're just playing with the percentages. You pin them back 10 yards deeper, then they have less of a chance to score. Doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to. But I walk off the field knowing I've done my job and I feel good. And then you hit one out of bounds, you feel like you really let the team down because now they're a couple plays away from being in scoring range. So definitely don't want to do that. Was way too aggressive on that kick, trying to get it to the red line. And then I'd normally aim for the numbers, and then if you hit it right, it would stay in bounds. But I was trying to get it way, way out there, and then I hit a little bit to the right. So that's not a recipe for success, and I probably shouldn't continue doing that.
How much do you watch other teams' kickoffs?
You know, if they're doing something funky or if it's the team we're about to play, I'll watch them. And then I'll watch all the primetime games. And if we play at noon, try and watch a 3:00 game, just whichever game's on the local channel, Fox or CBS, I guess. But I always pay attention to the kickoffs.
Okay, I didn't know if that was something that actually throughout the week, like in film, like you were doing that at the facility, like, hey, let's take a look at. I imagine the special teams coach is looking at every knowing what all the competition is doing, and
yeah, he'll look at every single ball that hits the ground, and then if he finds something that he wants me to see, then he'll show me. But I'm not going through every single kickoff. He's doing that. He's being paid to do that, so he does it, and he looks for anything that whether it's alignment that we could steal on our kickoff team, just kind of different sort of movements that like twisting or picking or anything like that the team's doing that we're about to play that he needs to warn our guys about. So like, yeah, I think that's pretty common for them to watch. And then it's a copycat league, right? So they'll take whatever's working and then try it in practice. And if it looks good, put it in a game.
What's the deal with onside kicks? When they do the onside kick at the end of the game, the announcers are basically saying, "Well, it's for show. This is futile. They're not going to." Have they changed the rules significantly on that? It's still 10. You're still 10 yards away, right?
It's 10 yards away, but now the kicking team can align on the ball. Previously, you had to be a yard behind the ball, so there's a yard less to cover there. Which should, in theory, increase the chances of recovering the ball since you got one less yard to cover.
It's the declaration, right?
It's the fact that it can't be a surprise.
Yes, and you have to declare it, but now you can do it anytime, and anytime you're trailing. It doesn't have to just be the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Whereas last year was only the fourth quarter.
Have you ever, do you know about Kevin Kelly, the coach who never punts?
I've heard about him on y'all's show, but that's the extent of it.
Yeah, and I think there might be a guy somewhere in DFW doing this right now. But they have like an entire package of onside kicks.
Yeah, not only does he never punt,
he onsides almost every time.
Every kickoff is an onside kick.
So he's gone.
What's his conversion rate?
It's way above break even. It's way above, and part of the reason is they practice it like a normal phase of the game. So they've got 7 to 10 onside kicks, with different motion and movement and spins on the ball, I guess. There's a lot of money involved in the NFL, and people don't want to get fired, and I get that. But I think, honestly, how if you spent that much time on onside kicks, you could convert at a higher rate.
Yeah, probably, but the consequences are so ridiculous.
Higher than 2%.
You're already in field goal range immediately.
That's true too. The new kicker, or not the new kicker, but the improvement of kickers changes that math too.
Oh yeah, and you're not allowed to have motions on a kickoff team either. So you gotta be still.
Okay, maybe high school.
They run like
much be different.
They do,
and you can't overload a side either. You can do, I don't even know if you can do 6. I think you have to do 5 and 5.
Put skirts on them. Put skirts. What are we doing?
In the NFL, it would come down to the kicker, really. Like, can the kicker hit something that, like the watermelon kick, for example?
Yeah.
Well, even then, you're expecting, you're hoping the other team makes a mistake, really. Fielding it.
Because Hans' team is out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope we didn't get in your head last week, because you did hit the upright. We talked during the show about trying to hit the upright.
I forgot about that. No.
Yeah.
Nope. Actually, since we had the game in hand and I don't like kicking long extra points, I figured I'd prove a point to my team by missing that one just so that they get on the same page as me. But please don't clip that. I'm not being serious. You want to make everything, but I don't know if you saw the celebration. It's just a goofy celebration that got us bumped back. So it's very easy to clean up, and I got to bail out my guy in that point. So it doesn't become a point in media or in the meetings the next day.
Was that this?
Is that what you were watching yesterday?
The
The
this
Nate
celebration?
Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah.
The hip thrusts.
It didn't seem like he was directing that at it. That shouldn't have been 15 yards. What are we doing?
It's harmless, but it falls into the sexual nature category, so they're gonna call it.
Okay,
But
kind of
I'm
a
surprised they
air
even
hump.
saw it. He's yards away from where the actual touchdown is, and the celebration's going on. So pretty crazy they caught that one.
Is that fun in the film room the next day, like rewatching that?
It's fun when you don't lose by 1 point.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So I saw you pregame. I think you found something wrong with the turf around the Jets logo. I don't know. It seemed like the three of you were looking at a piece of turf for a while. And we've heard MetLife turf is not the best. I mean, what was your experience on Sunday?
Obviously they have to paint that turf, and it's just incredibly sticky there. So I was just getting used to moving my foot, and you know how they have hashes, right? And the logo paint covers up the hashes. So it's just kind of pointing out they had a green outline on the black paint for where the hashes would be. But at midfield, instead of having like a hash at the midline, they put two vertical marks kind of in the hash where the hash would be was not outlined. It was just a little fun. I've never seen that before. So I was pointing it out, kind of showing if we have a 60-yard field goal where we're going to put the ball. That's all that was. There wasn't anything wrong with it, just different.
Not every kicker needs to check that.
No.
What are we going to do for a 60-yard field goal?
Yeah.
I also noticed pregame, you never know what they're going to do. And I feel like you're not respected. Like, you're out there to warm up, but that's when, like, the people carrying the flags or whatever is going on. And you had to kick over people holding the Jets flag. And I was just really hopeful you didn't hit a knuckleball and hit somebody. But does that stuff throw you off at all?
No, I mean, there's always stuff going on like that. I've done my full warm up prior to the team coming out and doing their warm up. Obviously, that's like 90 minutes before kickoff. So I want to come out and just hit one more ball before national anthem, just to kind of make sure my body's still lubricated. So I can do that anywhere. I wouldn't even need the uprights. It's just if I don't kick it at the uprights, then the ball is going to probably go into the crowd, and I don't want to do that. I made sure I was like 10 yards away from them, but they seemed to love that I was kicking over them.
Yeah, they enjoyed
all
it.
got their phones out and started filming it.
So
They weren't scared.
I'm not ready to move on from Nate Thomas.
Sorry.
The celebration is deemed sexual in nature, so no weapons, no sexual. That's very odd for me to have the league deciding what is and isn't. I mean, Blake just walks in, and I'm like, that's a sexual celebration.
Right.
Just everything
His
about him. He
riz.
just carries it with
Yeah.
him. Whereas Dan, he's humping, and I'm like, there's nothing procreating about that at all. Have you ever had a coach, and maybe Bones, like trying to relate to you guys, play the Key and Peele sketch in a meeting? Have you ever seen the Key and Peele celebration sketch?
The hip thrust,
The
did you
hip
get two
thrust.
but not three?
Yes.
That was actually mentioned in the meeting following this game. So there you go.
It's instructive tape right there.
Absolutely.
Do you know Nick Folk? I was
Go ahead.
fascinated by the fact that he was actually still in the league, just because I remember Nick Folk
The folk hero.
in 2007. He was a Cowboys rookie.
I was
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah, and then here's
He
Nick.
still lives in the area too. So his wife does a podcast. My wife's been on it. So I just met him for the first time. My wife hasn't met her in person, but it was fun getting to chat with him. His kids play for FC Dallas. They're like 12 and around the 12-ish age group, but it was fun to get to chat with him, talk about Dallas area briefly in his career. He's been solid for a long time, and hopefully I can be his age one day, still kicking in the NFL. That's the dream.
Okay, his wife has a podcast.
That's interesting.
And Jen has been on it. I gotta find that.
It's called A League of Her Own.
Yeah, there you go. That was quick.
Oh, trust me. Blake's already got her IG.
Blake was doing
else.
it just to see what she looks like, not to see what
That's
her podcast
not true.
is.
It's interesting, though. I mean, I guess, obviously you want to do whatever's right for your family, whatever's right for you, but I guess we've never talked about, like, you just want to kick as long as you can? Or do you see a scenario where you're like 37, 38, and you think I could, but I'm not going to? Like, because kicker's a position.
This is the dumbest question you've ever asked. He's going to keep kicking until
you just get cut 3 times.
He can't.
What
yeah,
if there's
right?
but if
Money, bro.
But not everybody's broke when they retire. So if you've taken care of, I'm trying to propose a scenario here where a kicker's career doesn't end with getting cut 3 teams in a row and saying, okay, I guess I'll retire now.
Yeah.
Like if you've done well for 14 years, you might be able to write your own story a little bit.
Yeah, I'm really just worried about making it through this year and haven't thought much about 2 years ahead, let alone 37. So just want to make as many kicks as possible. And if I'm thinking about it right now, I'll keep doing it as long as I'm effective and not a detriment to the team I'm playing for.
Like, is Folk a guy who would coach?
I don't know him that well, but I think what he got, like, he's been 18 years. He's got at least $25 million. I'm sure he's smart about it. He can do whatever he wants. He seems like maybe he could be the coaching type after talking to him for a little bit, but I wouldn't want to coach. That lifestyle is brutal, especially going from being a specialist. Maybe you're going from a position player where you have all the position meetings and all that, but high school coach seems like maybe that's manageable, but anything beyond that sounds brutal.
I was asking Blake about this. Was the when you win a afternoon game like that, is everybody trying to hustle out of there real quick? It felt like Shoddy's press conference was uncommonly short, but maybe it's also because it was just a blowout win. It's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to ask him? How great was it?
Jerry was really short too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know if you guys are just trying to hustle and get to that fight or what.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm always hustling out of the locker room, get showered as fast as possible, try and beat the media into the locker room. They come in probably like 10 minutes after Shotty's speech. So I'm trying to get out of there before they come in if possible. But if I've been told that I'm needed for media, I will stay so I don't get fined, and I'll answer everything they ask and be nice and polite and truthful. But I'm always trying to get out of there quick. I can't speak to the rest of the team. I know I'm sitting on the bus for like 20, 25 minutes waiting. So I'll fire up my phone and look at the stats across the league, see any highlights. And unfortunately, injuries this week, which were rough to see. But yeah, I'm just kind of catching up on what I missed for the 1 o'clock games. Because when you play a 1 o'clock game, I feel like you miss the whole freaking league. The whole week is gone. Just get a couple of games afterwards.
Yeah, you're not accustomed. As a Cowboy, you don't play the noon game very often. What's the fine if you say, I don't want to talk to the media?
I don't intend to find out. It seems like the minimum fine in the NFL is like $5,000. So I don't have $5,000 that I like to just light on fire. So I'll spend the 5 to 10 minutes. You think that those press conferences were quick? If it's me and I hit a game winner or whatever, it'll ask me, so that game winner, and then I'm done.
Yeah, it lined up as thinking of Blake Jones at the time. I thought about how squared away his haircut is.
So, Brandon, did you want to make that kick? I mean,
yeah.
Hey, how was that sandwich after the game?
Well,
the one not my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were all jealous that he got this sandwich.
Well, a lot of people on Twitter were saying Cat's Deli is the bomb.
It's a tourist. It's a good restaurant, but it's a tourist trap. It's a say you went there type thing.
I don't want to say it's bad because it's probably fantastic, but when we get it mass produced like that, it's a white bread and like 15 pieces of pastrami.
It was a lot.
I just ate, or I just played a game. My stomach's already kind of in shambles, so trying to put that down. I think I'd been on the bathroom toilet the whole way home and not gotten to enjoy my first class seat for once. So
yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Tell us about
Boys
the plane.
are up.
What happened in the plane?
apparently when we win, the players kick the coaches out of first class. So I got to bump up into 2J and got a full reclining chair, and it was nice. It got a nice blanket and fully like went vertical and or no horizontal. I know my directions horizontal, and tried to take a nap. Didn't work, but I tried.
That's the shoddy difference right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking.
Right?
Yeah, I was looking at for you in your normal seat, and didn't see you. And I look back in first class, and I see Trent at the very front of the plane. I was like, oh, our special teams buddy's got first class on the way back. So I was happy for you.
But White
Yep,
Cotton
this
was
is
in his
nice.
seat, scrunched in. All the coaches, I don't know. So they got to sit
So
somewhere.
you say apparently, is that just never been? That wasn't the case pre-shoddy?
No, it was not. Win or loss, we got the same seats on the way home. So this is nice. This is a pleasant surprise for me. Other teams have done that in the past. I never, obviously being only on the Cowboys, wouldn't have known that. So this was exciting surprise for me.
Okay, well, McCarthy can't go into the tinier seat, right?
You make it work.
Yeah.
He's a big old boy. We used to always picture like Jerry riding McCarthy because every time Jerry would talk about McCarthy, he would just say he's a big old boy.
Big old boy.
Like he
Back
loves
there.
the size of Mike
He just
McCarthy.
slap him on the back. And it's
Like-
sturdy,
Yeah, he can't push this thing over.
which lets you know how much he loves shoddy, right?
You're right. To
You-
hire
you're
a smaller.
You're not chicken fighting on the pool on top of shoddy.
No.
But
He's
McCarthy-
hiring him just for his football knowledge.
right.
Not for
We'll
his,
take it.
Yeah.
I have a question about first class. Does the Wi-Fi work up there, or
I swear to God, if
Are
you're
you
complaining
bitching about
about
the
the
Wi-Fi?
Cowboys Wi-Fi,
I'm
on a
asking my
plane,
friend a question. Did the
No,
Wi-Fi
the
work for you?
Wi-Fi does not work. I think it's a 777 issue, not a Cowboys charter issue.
I'm just asking.
works-
I'm asking.
Can we play some?
Works on the other American Airlines planes, but it seems like after complaining about that to my wife, she says that's an issue with the 777.
Okay. All right.
Having a
Now
pilot
I
life.
know. I was trying to watch the afternoon games. I was trying to watch Baker in Seattle. I
Same.
kept buffering.
How about Baker,
Yep.
bros? You guys see that?
I know. I doubted
Yeah,
him.
tell someone who cares.
Why would you doubt? Why would you doubt Baker Mayfield?
Because I'm a Cowboys
He
fan.
and Dak Prescott right up there in MVP chances this year.
Yeah.
It might come right down to that. Yeah. Your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show?
I don't have any. Hopefully, I can watch it in person as I'm trying to kick over it.
Okay,
Heck yeah.
that's right. And then I had this from last week because we were talking about something. I jotted this down, but I don't remember how this came up. But we were talking about Jerry's helicopter. Oh, maybe it was because you were talking about traveling to the home game and you drive
yeah.
yourself and how tough it is, all the traffic and the parking and getting out of there. And Jerry flies a helicopter to the. Have you ever been on that?
No, I have not.
No way,
I've never
dude.
been on a helicopter in general.
Really?
Your wife?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. Sheath says they're flying death traps.
That's
so-
what I'm getting at. I feel like the
Yeah.
airplane person is
Really?
like, yo, you don't want to get on
Okay.
The
Yeah,
helicopter.
there's no recovering if that thing's. There's like a couple parts in there. Some bolt. If it fails, you're just dead.
Ah.
Which on a plane, you can glide. Worst case scenario if you lose both your engines.
I did it once as a child, once as an adult, but I will not do it post-children.
We have a listener who survived a helicopter crash.
That's incredible.
It's true in
Yeah,
Hawaii.
we do. Yeah. Have you ever been in a plane that Jen is
By
flying?
the way, you're the biggest idiot in the world if you think Jerry's putting him or anybody that he pays on a helicopter.
but Jerry's on it every.
And
If
Steven.
If Jerry dies, the
that's got to be the
bloodline
safest
goes
helicopter
on.
you could ever be on.
Maybe, but I need to hit from 64. You can just wait in traffic.
I'll bet Dak's been on it.
Yeah.
No chance.
Find out. Can you find that out for us? Yeah.
I'll ask.
I feel like I don't know the high, but you're
Dude,
right.
they
I
put
guess I've
stuff
never.
in their contracts where they can't like go skiing.
Yeah.
Can you? Skiing?
I mean, it's not explicitly in my contract, but if I get injured off the field and it's not a football-related activity, then I'm going to lose all of my guaranteed money, which I don't have any anyways. So
So rip it
guess I
up. Have
can.
to hit the slopes.
Not yet.
That's right. You're still on the original contract you signed out of like the USFL, right?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
the
so that's
3-year
not a lot of
minimums.
negotiating power on that.
Kick by kick,
Nope.
brick by brick.
Yep. And it's no guarantees. So if they cut you week 7, you're not owed anything. You've played out however long you played on that contract, and that's what you got paid.
And Jake's here asking you about what are you going to do when you're 38? Like he's just trying to get to.
Listen,
We got Carolina this week.
he
just
said,
so you know.
I met Nick Folk.
If he starts-
I'd like to still be kicking at 40.
Yeah, all right.
That is a dream.
I
for
asked.
sure.
But you guys are jerks.
I don't think we're jerks at all.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, Brandon, and we wish you the best of luck. We're
Oh,
really
yeah.
enjoying ourselves. with
Real
Cowboys
quick, did you guys see the Vikings kicker?
Is he the one that
hit
hit the
the-
wire?
Yeah.
Yes. And I was unaware until our buddy Saad Youssef from The Athletic reported when – was it Azaraku or Fowler? When Fowler swatted that
Fowler.
ball that hit the sky
He
cam,
didn't swat. That
He
ball
hit
just
it.
hit
Hit
it right in the
Face,
head.
yeah.
that it should have been a dead ball. What did they rule it in the Minnesota case? Just no good?
Yeah, they did not show a replay in the broadcast, as if they didn't want people to see what had happened, I guess. But I don't know how you missed that, because that thing's going dead center, perfect rotation, and all of a sudden it bounces like almost 90 degrees to the right.
Yeah.
Goes to the X flight and looked like it got blocked by an 800-pound. I don't even know. Like, it just completely changed trajectory. Somebody should have caught that. I feel terrible for him. Obviously, that ruins his perfect season, which, I mean, it's week 5, but still, he's got a shot at it. So I feel terrible for him. That
Can you review that?
should be removed for him. No, you can't review it, which is an issue, but somebody, I mean, maybe you can review it, because I remember Brian had a punt hit the scoreboard at AT&T, and they tried to, and Brian told the refs they tried to review it, but they couldn't because there was no camera pointed up there. This was very clear because the camera angle was showing the ball flight the whole way, and I'd seen it in replay like 4 or 5 times, and it's very obvious what happened. So it should be, like you said, dead ball, restart, rerun the play.
I believe you can review it because Saad was saying they could have challenged that.
Okay.
That not Adam Gase?
Kevin O'Connell?
No,
We're talking about in New York.
I'm not talking about the
Aaron
Jets.
Glenn.
The Jets had not. They could have challenged that. Should have challenged.
So maybe with O'Connell, you don't – but I don't know how you need a good view. Like, you know what happened.
Yeah,
That's
like,
Yeah.
The kicker should be the one to come off and tell him right away.
If nothing else, here's the positive spin on this. This means something will be done about this, and it wasn't you that had to get screwed to figure it out, because they will be looking for this more now. The officials will know about it. Somebody's got to be the
Awareness.
sacrificial. That's right.
Yeah, and
raising awareness.
Banger's punts hit the cord all the time in warmups, but that's understandable because the cameras are low trying to get facial shots of players warm up on the field. That camera has no business being down there in front of a field goal rep like that, especially in a close, I mean, not especially in a close game, in any freaking game, they shouldn't be there. It's ridiculous.
All right, we're going to just clip this part and at the NFL and put them on notice.
Okay.
Listening, Roger?
Hey, did you wish Banger a happy birthday?
Of course.
He did.
Yeah.
good.
On the gram, at least.
Did you
I
need?
appreciate you guys making sure.
Did you
I
guys-
didn't forget, 'cause that's an important one for me, but I had already talked to him about it.
Okay, because these guys are up my my backside yesterday to make sure that I actually texted you that, so I did.
Yeah.
You
and that's
I
being a
did.
good
You
friend. I
told me
appreciate all
to. Now
that.
you're laughing at me. You can't do that. You can't demand that I tell Brandon because he would be upset if I didn't, and then laugh at me on the Brandon Aubrey Show. These guys suck.
Brought
Brandon.
to you by Community Mechanical, by the way.
These guys suck, and you know it.
Don't put him in that
I
spot.
will
Bye,
say
Brandon.
that.
Bye.
I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Hey, have a great day.
Thanks.
See you in Carolina.